Hello again, Hiram, and welcome to the third episode in the video series, Auditions for Dummies. Okay, in previous videos, we have discussed both how to find theater auditions and some tips on how to find and prepare an audition piece. In this episode, we will be addressing some brief do's and don'ts of what to wear for auditions. In all aspects of life, what you wear will have some bearing on how you are perceived, and it is no different when considering an audition scenario. Remember, auditions are your time to present your worth as an actor, and the director will be analyzing your worth well before you step onto the stage. Okay, although I will dive deeper into this concept later with Shirtlift, keep in mind that your attire will come into play with first impressions. As an actor, you want to put your best foot forward and give an honest portrayal of your body. Because of this, in my experience, simple outfits are best. Whenever I audition, I always wear a simple, form-fitting black t-shirt, along with either blue jeans or black slacks. You want to allow the director to honestly assess your body figure and imagine your physical placement in the show. Wearing baggy, misleading clothing could throw off the director's perception of your body, and you may not be considered for a role that you otherwise would have been. Try to avoid complicated outfits, or any apparel with brand names or writing. You don't want to provide any distraction from your acting. You want the director to be thinking about your audition piece and how well you are performing, not thinking about where you bought your t-shirt. Believe me, holding their attention may prove more difficult as a task than you think. Professor Rick Hyde has told me a story of once auditioning for a man who barely looked up from his newspaper to pay respects before returning to his news. Essentially, the moral is, don't create any unneeded distractions. Another point which Shirtlift makes note of in his book, and which I practice myself, is to always wear the same outfit when returning to a callback. Shirtlift explains an anecdote in which the first day of auditions, the director sees this talented young female actor in a bright blue dress and makes note of her and how well she did. However, upon returning to callbacks the next day, he kept waiting to see the girl in the blue dress, and he was disappointed well into the day when it didn't happen. And he leaned over to his stage manager and he said, "Hey, whatever happened to that girl in the blue dress? She was really good." To which he responded, "Actually, we saw her earlier today. She wasn't wearing the blue dress. The director didn't recognize her." So, whatever you do decide to wear it again when you return to callbacks. You never know. It might just be what they remember you for. Upon reviewing this video with a friend, he asked me, "Wait, aren't those two conflicting pieces of advice? Aren't those two different messages? I mean, the director remembered the girl for wearing a blue dress, and yet you're telling me to wear flat black." And okay, sure, bright clothes could surely catch their attention. However, that's not really what you want to be remembered for. But if you do wear bright clothes, make sure you wear them back when you go to callbacks. Okay, so up until this point we have been touching on minor pieces of advice that I've gathered in order to prepare for auditions. Tune in for the next video when we start to dive into Shirtlift's book and work on technical skills for the audition itself.
Crazy about a shirtless man.
Outfit.